Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I appreciate you guys watching, tuning in. So guys, it was just kind of in my heart that when I did my video today, it was a mini testimony about when I used to Netflix and chill. And so guys, I shared with you all about that and how I used to do that, but I'm not sure if I really talked too much about the solution. I touched on it, but I want to get into it a little more. So as I said in that video, I felt, let me tell you, the enemy always wants us to put some virtue on our sins. So when I was Netflixing and chilling, I was a Christian, a believer. I'm dating another believer, another Christian. But our excuse or the mindset we had was we're in a committed relationship and we're going to get married. And at some point we got engaged. So that was kind of our get out of jail free card, if you want to say, or just really believing wholeheartedly that this will be okay. But guys, we can't try to put virtue, make our position virtuous, like, we're committed, we're not sleeping with anybody. We have to follow God's directives. And at the end of it, he's trying to protect us from heartache and pain and disappointment. He's trying to keep us from having the other, from defiling one another, keeping that person from their destiny, as well as that person keeping you from your destiny. The devil using us to cancel each other out. And guys, no matter what happens in a relationship, even if one person may have done more than the other, the bottom line is whenever you open the door and allow sin in, the devil's going to have a field day. He don't care about you. He don't care about the next person. He's going to use both of you to do each other in. And that's all he cares about. So as I said, yes, we were Netflixing and chilling and going out of town and hanging out and just doing a lot of different things. And even though we enjoyed each other and we had a great time, we were going out of town, sure enough, the enemy would come in later on to just bring problems. Lots of things were uncovered, but the bottom line, all I look at is, had I just obeyed the Lord out the gate and certain things had not taken place, then perhaps there are things that, would have been spotted early on. And then, it would have just been a win-win for everybody, go our own separate ways. But nevertheless, God still came through and the Lord just separated us and we've moved on. So with that being said, how did I get to the place from Netflixing and chilling, not being able to stop doing what I was doing because I felt I wanted to stop, and then we tried, but then we'll mess up, I reached a place where I got tired. I just was so convicted. The conviction was just so hard. It was just in my heart. And I got to a place where I started to feel convicted, even asking for forgiveness. I felt convicted because I'm always saying I'm sorry, but I'll do it again. And that in itself started to weigh down on me about this cycle that I was in, just constantly doing God dirty. And it really weighed on me. And so what I started to do, I would just pray, guys. Honestly, I would get up early in the morning. First, I was praying and asking the Lord just to help me. Lord, please help me. I don't want to keep doing this. And I was just battling with it. I'm battling with something that I enjoy doing, but I don't want to do it because I know it's not right. But then I want to do it because it feels good. And so what I did, guys, I prayed. I prayed tenaciously. I started getting up early in the morning to seek the Lord and pray and pray and pray. And I would just talk to the Lord. I would talk to the Lord and just be so real in, God, this feels good to me. I really like it, but I don't want to do this anymore. Lord, please help me, please. And prayer. I was consistent in praying to God no matter what was going on. I started fasting. Once a week on a specific day. I would fast. And it wasn't necessarily all day. I would just set a time, whether it was half a day, whether it was from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I was fasting. And even though it seems like I was not getting out and I was not stopping, I found that things just began to shift. The thing is, no matter what it is you're going through, and even if you feel like you're still messing up, be consistent in your prayer, be consistent in seeking the Lord. You know, the word of God says this kind comes out only by prayer and fasting. The Bible talks about that. And this kind simply means the thing that you battle with, the thing that is your stronghold, the thing that no matter how much you praying and asking the Lord to forgive you for it, you just keep on doing it. That is a this kind. It's a stronghold. And I realized it was a battle. And all I did was just trust in God that he would help me. Father, deliver me. Father, help me to stop doing this. And there was a series of events that began to take place in which the relationship began to change. Because what started happening was just a lot of little things just start coming to the surface. And honestly, there's just certain things I can be in a relationship with you. I'm dedicated. My heart is all in. But there's certain things that can really change it. And one of the things is like pain. One of the things is repetitive. If you keep hurting me or you keep doing certain things, it's going to change my heart. And so just certain things began to happen. And where it just changed my view of the person I was with. And I just started to realize it's just is not worth it. It's not. And I just wanted God. If I can be honest, I reached this place where over time, it wasn't like immediately once I was praying and fasting and things changed. It was not. But I was consistent in prayer. I was consistent in seeking the face of God. I was really genuine in my heart that I wanted to stop. And I felt the thing I can tell you, I would say is don't stop seeking the Lord for what you desire. Don't let go. Don't stop praying. Don't stop fasting if that's what you are doing. And sometimes even after I had fasted, it will get worse. And I'll be mad. Like, why did I fast? I could have been eating a burger if this was going to happen. But I start to realize, remember when after Jesus had fasted, the enemy came. Remember in Matthew chapter 4, Jesus had just got done with his 40 days of fast, and the enemy came to attack him. And so I started to learn not to get out of pocket when things begin to come at me, because it always seems, some of you might be able to relate. You would have fasted, and maybe while you're fasted, or most definitely after you're fasted, something happens. You may have just failed the test. You end up getting into an argument with somebody, and then you feel so bad because you're like, why did I fast? I fasted and this is how I acted. Don't worry. Get back on the horse and keep going back. You just got to learn to spot game when you see it. As soon as you get done with your fast, the devil gonna come to try you. So we have to learn to respond with a word and not with a flesh. So I just remained fasting and praying and seeking out the Lord. And eventually the situation just started to turn. You know, everybody's situation will be different in how it changed and how it turned, but it reached a place where I wanted out. I wanted to be done. I wanted no more. I don't want this relationship anymore. God, how can I get out of this? Okay. Because by that time, you know, our relationship, we were engaged now and things were going in different directions. We were supposed to get married in less than 60 days. And the Lord just kept just revealing. And guys, I just got to a place where my desire for God was greater than being in this relationship. And I'm like, Lord, I want you. I want everything that you have for me. And I was not even talking about like material things or another relationship. I just wanted God. And that's what happened. I cried out to the Lord no matter what was going on. I kept praying. I kept seeking him. I wanted him. I started to realize that there was nothing more important than God. And the Lord just made it of such that it was just a smooth transition out. Things happen. And where I feel like I would have normally been heartbroken, or as I was on the brink of feeling hurt again or upset, I literally felt the Lord. Guys, I can't lie, and I can't make this up, man. It's like I felt the presence of the Lord in that room at that moment. I have a video that's called I Almost Got Married, and it has more details, but I don't want to get too much into it. But I literally felt as he and I was getting ready to get into one of our areas of contention, a conversation that would just cause a lot of problems between us and frustration. I felt the Lord literally come in the room, guys. I felt the presence of God. And it was like, my ex, he said something that really opened my eyes. And the comment that was made was, what are you going to say to me that you haven't said to me a million times already? And guys, that would have normally triggered me to get into it with him. But it was like the moment he said that, I felt the Holy Spirit. I felt God enter that room. And it's like I felt his arms around me, because, where I would have felt, I was feeling hurt prior, as it was leading up to our normal conversation or an argument. And when he said what he said, I had, was trying to talk to him about something, and I was very pained in my heart, because here we go again, right? And then he looked at me, he said that to me. And it was the way he looked and the way he was sitting, and maybe it was a smirk on his face, but the words, when he said it, it was like, rather than being incited by that, I suddenly felt a peace, guys, envelope me. And I just said, it's over. And so from that point on, guys, just us separating and going, I felt such peace. I felt such peace. And I felt no animosity. I just felt peace. And when he left and everything was just back to normal, when I walked into my place, it felt so light. I felt such joy and peace. I didn't feel what I felt like I should be feeling. And I had to check myself, like, why am I not crying? Why am I not tripping? But what I'm here to tell you is God will bring you out of any situation that you think it's impossible. Guys, I need you to understand that with Netflix and chilling and repetitive sin, and then, okay, we're leading up to, we're going to get married. And I wanted to get married to just, of course, I loved him at the time, but to get it right with God. But then God was showing me so many things. Because, guys, sometimes what happens is when you're sinning, you're Netflix and chilling, you're doing things. Sometimes you want to make what you're doing right by, okay, we're going to church. We're both tithers. We're both doing these good things. Sometimes we feel like we can bargain with God. And sometimes we want to just get married to get it right. But sometimes when you're in fornication, it doesn't necessarily mean, people say just go and get married. It's better to marry than for the soul to burn. But no, you may not necessarily be marrying the right person. You're not supposed to be with this person. Marriage is not always the answer. Sometimes this is not the one. And so, as we're getting ready to get married and all of that, guys, and we have this whole venue set up. We got family and friends flying into Jamaica in a grill. We got the spot. We got the cake. In spite of that, some people would have done it anyway. But my desire was more for God. And I'm here to tell you, when you pray, I bring up those things to tell you, you can be in a situation where you feel like, man, it's too late. I might as well just go through with it. Or, you may be in a situation where you feel like you can't get out. But I'm here to tell you, if you pray to God, you can. If you have a true desire to stop sinning against God, and you pray and you speak the words and you say what you want, even though it's not yet being done in the natural, the Lord will suddenly come and he's going to rescue you. He's going to come in like Black Ops. He's going to come in like Navy SEALs. He's going to come in like Special Forces. Suddenly you're being pulled out. Everything will go just right. And it's over. When I walked into my spot, it was like, oh, I felt so free. I felt so free. And the Lord did not, he told me to pray for him and everything so that I would not have any animosity towards him. And I still don't. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But guys, what I want to tell you is to get out of sin, you need to be tired of it. And when you get tired of it, you get disgusted with what you're doing. Pray. Pray, 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 pray. Don't stop praying. Don't stop seeking God. Even if it means you're going to get up early and seek God, pray. Pray. Fast if you need to. I have a video. It's called Fasting 101 for Beginners. You can make sure you're in my search engine on my channel. Just put in Fasting 101 and it'll pull it up. But that's how I got free. And what I love is that when the Lord makes the change, not us trying to do it on our own, when God comes in and makes the change, guys, it's not messy. It's not messy. And what the Lord showed me was me. He did not show me, oh, look how terrible he is. Look how awful your ex was. He didn't do that. The first thing he showed me was me. He showed me that I disobeyed him. He showed me that me and my ex were souls. I can't look at him and be like, oh yeah, he was this. I felt that way at times. Don't get me wrong. But the Lord had to reel me in and say, you just got to see him as a soul. And when you open the door to sin and you do things wrong, the enemy is going to exacerbate any bit of darkness in either one of us. There are times I got out of pocket in the relationship. I was not myself. I was wilding out. I was saying things I shouldn't be saying to him after I got frustrated with certain things. But nevertheless, it don't matter. God frowns on that. So guys, what I can say is the devil will use you to cancel one another out. No matter whether the person is saved or unsaved, whether you're lukewarm or not, whether one's on fire and one's lukewarm, as long as you open the door to sin, the devil is going to use everybody. Satan has no loyalty. He don't care about nobody. Even if the person's been an avid sinner for 25 years, he does not care nothing about that person. He's going to use that person, use them to do wrong until they meet their match and that person do them in. It's kind of like people who's gone through their life. Let's talk about this. We hear about people that end up getting killed, right? This person all their life might have always been the person that would get over on people, whether they're playing mind games, whether they were just cheating. Let's say someone that was cheating a lot, breaking a lot of people's heart, whether they're a man or a woman playing these games. Satan will let them do that, let them ransack and hurt people for years just to lead them up to this other person that ain't gonna have it. They're gonna do the same thing to this person that they've done to all these other men and women in their lives, and they got away with it, or they had near misses, but they came clean. Satan lets them do all of that so they could get to this one person that they're gonna meet 10 years down the line. This is going to be the man or the woman that they're going to do what they normally do to other people, but this person is going to kill them. You see that? So the devil will use that person to hurt a bunch of people just to bring them to this one person that takes them out. So they die in their sins and this person's life is ruined. They're in prison or on death row. Don't let the devil play you like that. Don't let him play you like that. I'm trying to tell you, your issue may not be Netflixing and chilling, but the thing applies to everything. No matter what your sin may be or your struggle, you must have a fight for your spirit. You must have a fight for your eternity. Like, I am not going to have my soul in hell when I have an opportunity for everlasting life. And that's through prayer, guys. Be consistent in your prayer. Pray talk to God. I was literally be talking to God. There are times I was just sitting in my closet with a glass of wine. Yes, guys, with a glass of wine. This was before I even got saved. I would be sitting in there just talking to God with a glass of wine, crying, pouring my heart out, and sipping the wine, and just talking to God. And eventually he saved me. And then when he saved me, of course, I got intercepted doing what I want to do. Ended up in this relationship, Netflixing and chilling, doing all these different things, right? And was a little bit kind of, that's not important because I don't want this video to be too long. But the bottom line is, guys, when you want to be free, first of all, you have to want to be free. You got to realize, oh, I don't want to do this. This feels good. But every time I do this, it pushes me further to the edge of the cliff. I have to think, if I lay in bed and the Lord came right now, I'm done. I'm in bed with somebody. And if I die in my sin, I'm done. Our body's a temple of the living God. What am I doing with my body? What am I doing with, what am I setting my eyes to? Where are my feet taking me? What am I putting my hands to do? Because we're going to be held accountable for how we use this vehicle called the body. How did we use it? Because when we die, the body dies, but we live on. And so, guys, I realized I wanted God more than anything. And the Lord changed my life. And I know it's supernatural. I know that encounter I had with the Lord that day is true. I'm here to tell you, don't stop praying. Suddenly the Lord will just change you, because he's changed me. It's been a few years. My drive for the Lord has not changed. My fire for God has not changed. I don't have these urges to go do anything wrong. I don't have any desire to reach out to anybody. I don't have any desire to reach out to somebody new. The Lord filled my heart, and I'm whole in him. And my desire, my hunger, and my thirst is to please him, which drives me and motivates me to do these videos, to talk to other people, so people can get on the right path with God. I want to win souls for the Lord. I want to tell people about him. I don't want people to be robbed and done wrong by the devil. And that's why I share my testimonies. That's why I'm candid about a lot of things that I've done, because there are other people that need to hear that and know that they can be set free. And there are other things that I'm going to share with you. The Lord's been giving me a few more testimonies to share that I'm going to talk about with y'all. And yeah, we're going to go through this together. But just know this. You can be set free. Keep praying. Fast. Keep getting up to seek the Lord no matter what. No matter what. No matter what. You seek God. And I'm here to tell you, he is going to set you free. He is going to save you with his right hand. His right hand. You know how the scriptures talk about by his saving right arm? That's exactly how it feels. He just came and picked me up and got me and changed me like immediately. Pulled me out that situation, my heart, my emotions. I had a peace, guys, that I've never had. A peace that nothing that was happening around me affected me. I felt like I was in a bubble. I kept saying, what's wrong with me? Why am I not upset? Why am I not crying? Why do I have such peace? And it's lasted to present day. Come on, man. God is real. That's why I go so hard for him. I've experienced his supernatural power in such ways, guys. It will be a great injustice for me to sit here and keep quiet about it and not share it. So be encouraged. I just want to get back on here and talk to you all about how I stopped with the Netflix and chilling. And I pray that this will help you as well. Peace.